Veteran officiating crew of Jess Kersey, Nolan Fine, and Wally Rooney will be blowing the whistles this evening, and we are just about set. It'll be Cartwright and Ewing. No love lost between these two players, and Patrick Ewing controls. Cartwright just takes it away from Oakley. Michael Jordan, 5th straight NBA scoring title, the second to accomplish that. Wilt Chamberlain, of course, with 7 straight scoring crowns. The numbers on Michael Jordan, 3 tonight for Jordan, and the Bulls have 3. Jordan, for the year, 31.5, but his playoff average in his career, 35.8. Talk about elevating his game, including a couple of consecutive 50-point games in a series against Cleveland.
Well, to get this deal and that kind of pressure.
Jordan from way outside
to make that quick run like they do so often. Of course, Jordan usually the guy that gets it started.
Armstrong for 3.
The Knicks shooting 35%, Chicago 33%. The thing is, though, that the Knicks have turned it over 5 times, and Chicago has gotten 10 points off the fast break.
Jordan with 9 first-quarter points with the rebound, and he's going to lead the break. They shot that with about 18 on the shot clock. Pippen with the jam. Gwinnett, no place to go. Jordan says, here's your walk, Brian. To the hole.
You let Jordan get in the paint, and you're just not going to stop him. I tell you, when I used to play against Dr. J and QB Brown was down low, he is the only player that really hasn't played all that well offensively in Chicago.
We already have. Ball loose. The Bulls are running. It's showtime, folks. Jordan now with 18.
How many times has that happened in this game?
Jordan spots up for the 3.
That's the way it got started in the second period when things seemed to be bogging down. Chicago's defensive pressure picked up, and they have taken advantage of those extra opportunities.
5:54 remaining in the third quarter. The Bulls lead at 78-49. 21st turnover for New York. Jordan to Armstrong. Excellent passing by Chicago. DJ Armstrong will finish the game with 18 points. Michael Jordan with 28, and that about does it, ladies and gentlemen. It was a blowout from the second quarter on, and what a blowout indeed.
At 39-43 during the regular campaign, the only sub-500 team in the playoffs. The Bulls control the tip. The officials, Jake O'Donnell, Joe Forte, and Ron Garretson. And game number 2 is underway. Bulls coming off the 126-85 clobbering on Thursday. Here is Jordan. Yes. Now Grant posting on Oakley. And Jordan with a tough angle shot. Cartwright with the steal. Packs in a 2 for 8 on Thursday. Jordan changed his mind. Grant. 12-6.
Well, I think, but we'll be ready to switch if Pippen starts hurting Vanderway too much.
Jordan off the spin to the scoop. Spectacular shot by Michael Jordan.
Good job.
Here's Jordan. 9 points. Jordan going left. And the Bulls take a 42-40 lead. Question on the foul is Oakley, not Tucker. Tucker raising his hand. Here's Jordan. It counts and the foul. And this time it is on Tucker.
Trent Tucker played him about as well as you can play him. He got help from the next defensive player near the middle of the floor, but Jordan reverses, pulls it back on the arm. Tucker, but the concentration's there. Such great body control for Michael Jordan. He pulls back away from double teams.
Out call, but now it has to be either a travel or the personal foul. Here's Jordan. Yes. Michael Jordan heating it up as we open the third quarter. The Bulls 49 and and the Knicks 46. To go in the fourth quarter, and the Bulls by a 71-68 advantage. Jordan, yes! So the Bulls by 5. And a timeout taken by the Knicks.
This is the first time that Chicago has come down in what they call their spread set. Michael Jordan blowing by the defender. It's just a wide open court for Michael Jordan to go to work. With the defense, jump the ball, trap, rotate, force some turnovers, and then hurry at the offensive end. They only have one timeout left.
Clock down to 1:10. Remaining in the fourth quarter. Bulls 83 and the Knicks 77. Shot clock at 3. Here is Jordan. Yes! 2 clutch shots by the Bulls down the stretch. One by Cartwright leading to the Knicks timeout. And the shot right here by Jordan, who has 26. Wilkins and Pippen rebound. A solid game. Here's it from the crowd as he sits down. But a superb all-around effort by the Bulls. And the Chicago Bulls have defeated the New York Knicks 89-79 to make it 2-0 in the best of 5.
New York trying to get some accuracy from the guard spots, although Cheeks is shooting over 61% in the first 2 games. The key. Horace plays it left to Jordan. The outside jumper, good. Michael Jordan hitting wide left. 7-4 Chicago. 5 straight points for the Bulls. Boy, look, Ewing nowhere around him. Horace out beyond the 3-point strike. In the right corner, it's Jordan against Vandeweghe. Michael on the move. Reload jumper out front. Good over Wilkins. Michael Jordan with 4. Slows it down off to the left. New York doing a good job of getting the Bulls into their half-court offense. Paxson feeds Jordan open, baseline right, good. Michael Jordan hits it. He's got 6, and the Bulls are within 2, 25-23. Go down the lane. Loose ball to Jordan. The Bulls come out. Michael in a hard push to Pippen for the jam. And the Bulls get a fast break bucket impressively. 29. Here come the Bulls back left to right. Scottie Pippen on the drive, down the lane. Oh, yes! Monster dunk! 15 points for Pippen. The Bulls are within 6 with 8 in the first half. Here's Horace Grant, left of the lane, hands to Armstrong. His jumper missed from the left. Stacey King with a follow block. Jordan follows good. On the right side, it's Pippen, guarded by Vandeweghe. 12 to shoot. Alley-oop to Jordan, and he guides it in off the glass from Scottie Pippen. Michael's got 10. The Bulls within 3 again. 15 left. Now here's Jordan being guarded by Vandeweghe, way out to the left. Michael on the drive, in from the left, off to Horace for the dunk. That's how you play this game. A foul called, and Horace Grant goes to the free throw line.
Oakley with the bump underneath.
As soon as Cartwright came out to clear that low post area to open up a little room
To get it up.
a lob pass to Paxson, a jump pass to Jordan off to the left. Michael double teamed on the drive, in from the left, gets chased into the corner, comes right back. Through the foul. Wow.
Oh, powerhouse, JD.
There's a poster play, folks.
Oh, Patrick, he went back, forth. He got pressured by Vandeweghe on the side. Mark Jackson comes up to get some pressure on him. He comes down in the lane. He goes back against Oakley to get a little power. Here he comes. Patrick steps out. Up he goes. Yes! Oh, my, oh, my.
Second foul on Ewing.
Oh.
Madison Square Garden is buzzing. Patrick Ewing tonight has been thoroughly dunked upon by Pippen and Jordan. Both of them right in his face. And Ewing sits it out the rest of the way with 36.3 left in the half. Jordan's free throw is in. They got a 16-point lead on Milwaukee in the second quarter. On the right side, it's Jordan, 5 to shoot. Michael spins in, lays it up, blocked by Ewing.
Yes.
He hit it on the glass. Count it. He's down 2 at the other end. Here's Jordan out front against Wilkins. Michael drives it down the lane, lays it in on Ewing. Boy, they're going right at it. Jordan with 17. Both Jordan and Pippen have had a game scoring over Patrick Ewing tonight. Front, Charles takes it all the way in. A scoop pass stolen by Jordan, intended for Ewing. Michael Jordan coming back. Jump pass to Pippen, in for the left for the two-hand jam. And the Bulls have a 3-point lead. And John McLeod burns a timeout with 8:25 left in the third. Grant Ewing on him loosely. Now Jordan top of the key against Wilkins. Michael drives it left of the lane. Spins back with a fadeaway jumper. Pow! Michael Jordan has 19. Horace Grant has it out front. Right corner Pippen. He shoots from there. In and out. Rebound Oakley. Jordan steals the ball. Michael Jordan left baseline jumper good. Jordan's got 21. 8 in the third, and the Bulls back to a 4-point lead. Horace guarded loosely by Ewing. Bounce pass into Jordan. Michael low right against Wilkins. 6 to shoot. Jordan turning. Fade away on Wilkins. Got it. Michael Jordan hit the fadeaway jumper. He's got 26. Let's see if the Bulls can extend on the 5-point lead this time. Michael Jordan driving it baseline left in on Wilkins. Yes. In. Michael Jordan with 28. This is where it's got to be tough for Wilkins coming back off the injury, trying to stay with Jordan defensively. Remember, regular season, and he's continued right on. Purdue with a ball right of the key against Ewing. Jordan low right double team. Now Ewing backs away. Michael's turnaround jumper. Banked it in. He drew the foul on Gerald Wilkins.
Isn't that odd? Nobody could score in 1 minute and 40 seconds, right?
Their mixed possession. 3:47 left. 8 on the shot clock. Off to the left is Jordan. Michael Jordan against Mark Jackson. Gets down the lane. Off to Pippen for the dunk. Jordan's dribble penetration set up Scottie Pippen. Scottie. So a second-round matchup for the Bulls that's going to be a little more difficult than people thought. Milwaukee, of course, was favored in that Philadelphia series. Mustaf gets the dunk. But now it'll be a 76er team which beat the Bulls 3-1 in the regular season. But remember, the Bulls beat them last year 4-1 in the playoffs, and Philadelphia had also won last year's season series. Here's Pippen outside calling a play. Scottie launches the 3. Banked it in. Game is over. It's the Bulls winning and sweeping the series from the Knicks. In the second half, it was never in doubt. Once Michael Jordan took over in the third to help spearhead the Bulls' 30-17 point total in the third quarter. And the Bulls close out the Knicks season winning tonight. The final score 103-94.
Hugh Evans, Bennett Salvatore, and Ronnie Nunn are the officials. It'll be Gilliam and Cartwright on the opening tip. And game 1 of the best of 7 is underway. As Jordan using the pick and on a switch. Now backing Hawkins. Yes. The Bulls 8. And the 76ers 2 against Patrick Ewing and the New York Knicks. Pippen guns it down. Jordan putting a move on Hawkins. Yes! And it counts. White picks it off. Jordan for Pippen.
About concentration. Left hand down for the low pass. Right hand up to challenge the shot or the overhead pass. Hershey tries to shake him with a little fake back to his left shoulder. Jordan's right there waiting, challenge. I'm not going to shoot this one. Give it to somebody else. Maybe the best defensive guard in the NBA, Michael Jordan.
Percy Hawkins had a good game against Jordan here 3 weeks ago in that overtime victory. Michael did return the favor with 41 points. Jordan goes to the fadeaway. 7 points for Jordan. Bulls 31 and the 76ers 14.
Well, he's knocked a couple out over the smaller guards. That time he said, let me see if I can get one up over the top of Manute. He certainly did.
Michael Jordan took over the game in New York last Tuesday. That's a steal by Jordan. Won't count. It is a 2-shot foul indicated by Bennett Salvatore. William lost it. Here's Jordan.
Lead to easy scores at the other end, and Jordan, the best finisher in the game.
Michael Jordan, 4 out of 5 from the free throw line. Michael Jordan, the #1 all-time scorer in terms of average, 32 per game, and in the playoffs, he is also at the top of the list, averaging better than 35 per game. He hit for 43 a game against the Sixers in their playoff series a year ago, and just took over in the fourth quarter, averaging 15 her fourth quarter last season. 15 apiece for Jordan and Pippen. Barkley, the high man, with 23. So the Bulls lead 57-42. Pressure by Chicago. Livingston applying it on the horn. Not allowing the Sixers to get up court. And Jordan off the steal. Dealt to Charlotte for Kurt Rambis. Average just under 19 a game for the Hornets. Here's Jordan.
We can shut you down whenever we want. You're not getting back in this game as Michael Jordan continues down to the low post.
The Eastern Conference. They are the 9th team in NBA history to win 60 games in a season. Michael Jordan with 25. Leading the Bulls this afternoon with 29 points. However, in the previous series against the Knicks, he had lesser stats than usual, kind of on the low-key side, and we talked about it earlier with Michael.
Yeah, I guess as a leader, you got to find different ways to try to get yourself involved in the game. And I think with this team, it's very important to get everybody else involved, get their minds certainly feeling that they can make a contribution to this team. I feel that at any point in time, I can step up and give my contribution. But I'd much rather see them give that output, and then maybe I can help them out in any way possible. So this series, I'm basically going to do the same thing. I'm going to look around and see what these guys are going to do and see if they're going to step up and give us that offensive output and defensive output, and then just try to implement my skills somewhere in between.
Well, Michael does have his 29, but the Bulls have received a good balance. 20 for Scottie Pippen, 14 for Bill Cartwright. 10 points scored by Horace Grant. Gets it off. Defeat the Philadelphia 76ers by the score of 105-92 in Game 1 of the best of 7. With Game 2 coming up here in Chicago on Monday night. Charles Barkley with 34 points. Michael Jordan with 29.
We'll have to see if Philadelphia makes the same commitment to go to Armand Gilliam as early as they did last game.
All to the plate with foul, so Chicago gets 1 point out of that, an opportunity to make it a 3-point play. Jordan gets it to roll in on the front edge of the rim, his first basket of the night. Inside Horace Grant, 8 feet away. Jordan collects the loose ball, gets it back in. Jordan has 4. Jordan pulls up, fakes, double clutches, and gets it to fall. Jordan has 6. 8-0 Philadelphia run happening here with a 2-point lead in the game. Jordan bullet pass to Cartwright and the foul.
Now that's why that first foul on Charles Barkley hurt so bad, because now that's 2.
Hersey Hawkins is a Chicago native. Ricky Green also on this Philadelphia team. Bulls by 2. Jordan blows by Charles Barkley. Ron Anderson. It's a bit of a height advantage, but Jordan with the quickness advantage. Michael has 11. Sixers and Bulls are tied. Michael Jordan with 11 early.
Bob, let's take a look now at the double team here on Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan's playing small forward against Ron Anderson. Now watch Hersey Hawkins. He's going to be the guy that's going to come on the double team. So Michael's going to hold the ball. Craig Hodges is going to clear. And here comes Hersey Hawkins, all right? Now, if we hold it right there, you see what's happened now. He's come over to double team, but in essence, he and Ron Anderson are doing the same job. This leaves Michael the whole avenue. Ron Anderson has got to get over on this side so the double team means anything. Now you're going to see what happens. This double team is no good. You got the baseline, and boom, the slam dunk by Michael.
You know, when you were coaching, you should have had a telestrator on the sideline.
Unfortunately, you don't have time to draw between plays. Times there in this first half.
Reed trying to defend Jordan. A nightmare. Once again, that double team got in an I formation, and Michael Jordan made him pay. Ran inside against Gilliam. 10 to shoot for Chicago. Pippen spotted in the corner for a 3. Jordan over 2 defenders. Michael Jordan with 17.
They can continue to get a couple defensive stops.
Hawkins with 20. Jordan with 18. Cartwright pounding inside. What a pass to Jordan. That was a down pass.
Jump shot from the three-point line. He's putting the pressure on the defense of the Chicago Bulls getting inside.
Jordan with the drive to the dish. So Cartwright with 12 now.
It was great defense, and just Andre Turner made a better shot.
With the shot clock running down. Jordan buries it over Hawkins. Jordan with 22 now. Michael gets it inside from 8 feet. He's not going to miss that one, and Jordan has 24. Jordan with 5 drives it round Barkley. Cartwright will be back in this game in a moment for Chicago. Jordan rifles it inside to Williams for the jam. Now the rookie answers our questions with a couple of big plays. He loved it. Jordan. Oh, mercy.
This is Michael Jordan. This is an unbelievable shot. I do not know how he made that shot. That is an unbelievable shot.
As you watch it, there was a technical call on Michael Jordan. You see the smile and look of disbelief on his face.
Michael does not get many technical free throws, so what that does is sending a message to the official. He felt that he was fouled going to the basket, so just letting the referees know, hey, I was fouled on that play. Next time I go to the basket, I want that call.
That's the game. Chicago wins it 110-100.
It was Chicago that knocked Philadelphia out of the playoff picture last year, beating him in a 4-1 series. Out to cross court to Hersey Hawkins. There's Jordan over there on him to Hawkins for it to jumper. Hersey Hawkins gets the first Philadelphia bucket. We are tied at 2. And that's how you answer that, Michael Jordan. After a basket, something Chicago does so well. 3 seconds left in the shot clock. 1 second left in the shot clock. Watch out for this one. Michael Jordan in the open court has 6. And it's a 3-point lead. Jordan now 2 out of 5 from the field.
Pinpoint passes through 2 big men who are trapping you. But Charles is one of the best.
8 points now for Armand Gilliam, but Michael Jordan trying to take over a bit for Chicago has picked up 8. Still a 1-point Philadelphia lead. Philadelphia leads it by 2. Michael. A beautiful move. 2 more points. He has 10 in the first quarter, and we are tied at 26. Jordan now 4 out of 7 from the field.
Nice steal.
Stolen right back, and there's Michael wide open. Banks it home. His first field goal of quarter number 2. He has 13 on the night. It's back to a 2-point Philadelphia lead. Philadelphia up again by 2.
Well, he's answering the call here.
Jordan got himself open for 2 more. He has 15, and we're tied at 41. Jordan wide open again. I'll tell you what, you can't leave him open like that.
Well, they dared him all through the first quarter also, Pete.
He's going to go in against Cartwright. Comes up short. Rebound pulled away. Pippen. You have a 3-on-2 Chicago break. Look out for Michael. Another unbelievable move for Michael Jordan. He has 19.
That left knee is definitely causing him a problem.
Jordan holding it, looking over Hersey Hawkins. Now to take the shot over Hawkins, and he drills it. He has 5 field goals in this quarter. 21 points now in the game. He's hit his last 5.
Well, they're scrambling to pick up for him.
Jordan with 2 Sixers right on him. Better job on the boards.
Mahorn knocked Cartwright out, but Gilliam never went to the ball.
Michael hung in the air for 1 instant longer, didn't he?
You saw him get knocked on that shot also, Pete. Uh-oh, he's hurting a little bit there. He really got popped.
Pippen front court finds Michael. Gilliam comes over. Michael misses the shot. Another offensive board by Pippen. Really scrambling now. Scottie Pippen on a great save from Michael Jordan. Nice pass Hodges to Jordan. Jordan. He'll put it up over Hersey Hawkins. It hangs and falls. 28 for Michael Jordan.
That was beautiful. That's what plenty of time. 8 seconds here.
Jordan is taking over for Chicago. He has 30. That Bulls lead here in the third. Michael Jordan, though, is beginning to warm up here in the third. He has 32 points.
Turns does a nice job.
Not with that man operating like he can.
He's so tough to double team from the top of the circle.
He's strong.
They need help down inside there, right there. Nice.
Oh, he's amazing. He is absolutely amazing. 36 points for Michael Jordan.
Not only did he beat his man, he beat the second guy, and then he shot it over ball.
10 seconds on the shot clock.
Hey, there it is.
Time to pick set by Purdue. All in the second half. Getting up to Michael. Is he going to start taking over again? He might be about to. He has 40.
Well, when you talk to the coaches in Chicago, they'll tell you their best post-up player is Michael Jordan.
6 free throw attempts tonight. 93-91.
Main thing is now Charles got to guard Pippen and hang with him.
Michael over Manute. He has Michael, too, and a chance for 3. Manute Bol commits his third. Michael Jordan, a rebound for Chicago, has a chance to give the Bulls the lead back here. Tied at 93, a minute and a half remaining.
I remember both teams have 3 timeouts remaining.
They take it into Manute again, and I'll tell you what. That's some kind of shot there by Michael Jordan.
And a technical. And they're throwing him out. At least that's the way it looks here. Now just watch this move. Now here comes Bol over. Now appreciate this. Look how long he held that ball. Now not only does he get the 2, he gets the foul. They called the technical and they just threw Bol out of the game. Want to try for the steal.
And a quick foul by Hersey Hawkins of Michael Jordan. 0.8 of a second went by in that exchange. Jordan will be at the line with 14.9 seconds remaining. Jordan tonight, 45 points. He's 5 for 7 from the free throw line.
I'll tell you, this is absolutely amazing. We are talking about a guy who shoots 85% from the line. Now you're Philadelphia, you must block out as soon as you get the rebound. If he misses timeout, if he makes timeout, because it will only be a 2-point game if he scores.
He has missed 3 of his last 4. He makes that one. It's 46-point night for Michael Jordan, but it's only a 2-point Chicago lead now with 14.9 seconds remaining. At that point, Scottie Pippen doing a little politicking with Hugh Holland, seeing just how close he could get.
I remember Philly, no timeouts remaining.
Anderson, and it comes to Barkley. Barkley taking it inside, gives to Hersey Hawkins for 3.
You cannot let your man beat you off the dribble. Michael Jordan, that's a different story.
To Cartwright, back to Pippen. You see the time remaining. Pippen launching it. No, rebound pulled away by Gilliam. They're going to tie him up right away.
I find this interesting because now he can pick out the guy he wants to pass to.
And this one is going to be over. The Philadelphia 76ers trailing for much of the night. Rally in the final quarter to win the first game for them in this series. Chicago now leads it 2-1. The big basket, a 3-pointer by Hersey Hawkins.
Well, it makes a difference in that deep knee bend that he takes. Obviously changes the stroke, and they work critical free throws as it turns out.
And he says the bad knee prevented him from shooting the jump shot with ease, so in the fourth quarter he did take the ball to the hole upon occasion. And rebounded by Grant. Jordan, yes, the Bulls 2, and the 76ers nothing. For its first 7 from the field. Jordan from downtown, yes. Barkley beating the Bulls down. He was also looking for a foul. Sixers with a 6-5 lead. Jordan for the open three. And again, Cobbles back down court. Jordan looking to make the move on Hawkins. Gets help. Off the double. Caught wide open. So was Grant. Jordan getting the screen. 10 points for Michael Jordan. The Bulls by 13 as we come up on 3 minutes remaining first half. Jordan penetrating. Oh, what a shot. He goes high off glass while twisting his body, and he now has 13. Now Jordan with the post-up move. That's a post-up move you rarely will see anyone else attempt. Off the steal. Bryant extends to a 15-point advantage.
Michael Jordan with the great hands deflects it, knocks it to Grant, who finishes off the play. Jordan is so dangerous hanging around rebounders at the defensive board area.
And Paxson deflected it. Here's Paxson. The Bulls by 17. Tough assignment for Ahmad, plus all the latest news and high. Bulls led by as many as 17. 2 on the shot clock. Crowd wanted to travel. We're approaching 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Jordan. Michael Jordan now 8 for 22. He has 19.
At the end of 3 quarters, comes out and makes the first 2 shots, and they are made by the guys that they need to make them, Gilliam and Anderson.
Jordan able to beat the double team. The Bulls 75 and the 76ers 61. Bulls have an 18-point lead in a game that has had its share of rough play both in the first and second half, similar to what took place in Game 2 in Chicago. We asked Michael Jordan, does the Sixer rough play bother him?
No, I mean, it really doesn't. As long as I know what's going on, and it's within good sportsmanship. I don't like stuff outside of sportsmanship. I think if I know that I've got a breakaway and they can't let me have that basket and they foul me and make it a hard foul, at least check and see if I'm all right. I mean, that's good sportsmanship. I would do that for them, basically. But sometimes it doesn't happen that way. But I still have to play. I got to play my game, no matter how you look at it.
Well, no, even you saw that. It's what the intent of the hit is what we're discussing here. I don't think he wants to hurt DJ Jordan, but I think he's delivering a message. Jordan, oh, what a move! Pulling his way along the baseline.
Jordan knew that there was another Sixer coming from behind to double team him. He started to pull back. He knew there was somebody coming. Foul takes place right there on the trap, and yet continued to the baseline to finish the dunk. He starts to pull back, but then on his way to the basket, knows he's got a small guard, takes him strong. Here comes Anderson sneaking from behind, but never gets a chance to finish the double team.
Shot clock was down to 2. Scottie Pippen with 20 points.
You see the Bulls developing that arrogance that teams who go on to win championships eventually get, and you only get that from going through learning experiences. They've done that.
Arrogance or confidence or combination thereof. Well, Michael Jordan and Charles Barkley happen to be very close off the court, enjoying the moment. 101-85 victory over the 76ers to take a 3-1 lead in this best of 7. Thanks to our producer, Tommy Roy, our director, Andy Rosenberg, handling the stats as always, Mr. Stats, Elliot Cow.
Welcome back to the Spectrum, where I'm here with Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen. You guys take a 3-1 lead. Michael, what was the difference in the game today as opposed to the other night?
I think our defense, we rebounded the ball very well. Scottie got himself going, as well as Horace played extremely well.
I think it was a well-balanced effort by everybody on the team, defensively as well as offensively.
All right, Scotty, you come in here, you guys got pretty much what you want. You split, and you go home with a big advantage.
Well, yeah, I think our home court advantage should give us the edge. I thought we played well in front of our fans, so I think we'll come back and play the same.
All right, a question that everybody wants to know. Tony Kukoc will not be coming to the Bulls, at least right away. Your reaction?
Well, my reaction, as well as everybody on the team, basically, we are focused on what we have to do right now. You know, I think that's management's job to worry about what's going to happen in the future. But basically, you know, now Scotty's going to get his contract taken care of. Everybody else can get their contracts taken care of. And certainly, you know, it's going to be a happier and more smiles in Chicago.
All right, good game, you guys. Good luck to you. All right, back to you, Marv.
All right, about final score again. The Chicago Bulls 101, Philadelphia 76ers 85.
Michael Jordan is playing with tendinitis in the knees. He's been resting in terms of the practice the last couple of days. Our officials are Joe Crawford, Dick Bavetta, and Joe Forte. And I might mention that Charles Barkley, who has the strained knee, is playing without the brace tonight. The Bulls with this starting lineup intact for 3 years now. Longer than any other team in the NBA. Horace Grant misses. Jordan follows. 2-0 Bulls. 42 to go first quarter. Inside to Jordan. Virtually uncontested. He finger rolls it in past Hersey Hawkins. Way. Sixers back up by 1. 6:03 to go first quarter. Jordan, 19-footer. Jordan 3 out of 6 from the floor. He has 6 points early. Pippen has 8. Only Cartwright has scored, other than those two on the Bulls team.
Michael's really concentrating on Hersey Hawkins. He does not want him to get off.
Hawkins shoots the air ball. Jordan right in his face. Pass ahead to Michael. Only Green to beat. No look to Horace Grant. Goes up a three-pointer. You see how effective he is from that range. Bulls by 1. Pippen hasn't missed. He is 7 out of 7. An uncontested reverse jam.
Jordan in the post against Hawkins. Remember, Hawkins has 2 fouls.
Anderson got there late. Jordan makes him pay. Bulls starters on the floor, as are the Sixers starters. Jordan, whirling derby.
Rest, about 2-minute blow, and then he's back out on the floor. So the Bulls starters are back out on the floor now after good production from the bench.
Pippen's first miss, and then he follows it up.
No block out. Shot was taken. Scottie Pippen wanted the ball. He went and got it back and laid it in.
10 on the shot clock. Jordan against Barkley. Barkley denies him the lane. Pippen hits the 3. Next, he's going to sell popcorn. Bulls by 10. Down to a minute to go. Uncontested to the hoop goes Jordan. 13 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists. Michael Jordan, we said he's out of sync tonight, and he is compared to his performance, but he's on his way to a triple-double. Jordan from 8 feet away. And Michael has 15. 7-point Bulls lead. 9 minutes to go, third quarter. Jordan. 17 points. He doesn't want to be the only member of the Bulls starting 5 to shoot under 50%. He's right at 50 for the series coming into this game, so he's got to get up there 50%.
Watch how long it takes for Michael to go from 17 to 30 when he really wants to score. Normally that jump doesn't go that quickly. It's not that easy.
Hersey Hawkins, he's got his mind in the hip pocket of Jordan with the jam. Bulls by 11. Timeout, Philadelphia. Prayer just barely draws iron.
That's from holding the basketball too long. Get attack.
This is attack. Jordan's okay. 42 seconds to go in the quarter. That's attack with a capital A. Chicago had gone cold from the floor in the last 5.5 minutes. That's the first field goal.
Michael weaving in and out of players. A little finger roll off the big hand drive. Chicago scores here, and Michael makes a spectacular play. He might need a timeout.
There is the play. There is the timeout. the floor, getting some spacing, looking for some picks down on the baseline. Pop out Michael Jordan, 5 to shoot. Blue right, pass Hawkins and gets the reverse. 30 for Michael. Jordan has Chicago's last 6 points. Ricky Green can't control it. Jordan. Chicago's last 8 points. Bulls by 4. Timeout, Philadelphia. Under a minute. Barkley against Horace Grant. The double team. Percy Hawkins. For 3!
That's why he's out there on the floor right now. You cannot leave him. That's reminiscent of Game 3 where he buried the shot to give them a 2-point win in Game 3.
Jordan with 34 points. Hard to the hoop. Bulls by 3.
See, Armand Gilliam, I'm sorry. He's got to at least give a foul there or something. You just can't let Michael. He's got 10 of the 17 points in this quarter. You've got to prevent him from getting a layup in that situation.
Michael had the last 10 Chicago points. Barkley to Green for the open jumper. No rebound. Jordan, 17. That's a playoff career high. 17 seconds to go. Bulls by 3.
Armand Gilliam's had a big night, 21 points.
Jordan now with 18 rebounds. Bulls by 4.
It looks like it's going to be to the Eastern Conference Finals 3 straight years now for these Chicago Bulls, twice eliminated by the Detroit Pistons. 4 games to 2, then 4 games to 3. They now have the home court advantage, and we'll wait for the winner of the the Boston-Detroit series, and spot up a 3-point shooter.
There's Barkley. He'll take the 3. He doesn't get it. Jordan, 19 rebounds. And this game is over. The Sixers are eliminated. The Bulls advance to the Eastern Conference Championship Series, 100-95.
Now, having been around these two teams the last couple of days, a contrasting attitude. I talked to Michael Jordan, and he said, as fired up as I've seen him in quite some time, we still have the same goals. We know it has to go through Detroit, and we are ready. On the Detroit side, when I saw them come to the stadium today, it reminded me of that picture of those soldiers marching with the beat up and bandage with the pipe and the drum. That's the way they look. But one thing they do have in Detroit is pride, championship pride. When I spoke to Isaiah Thomas, he said, all year long I've been reading that Chicago wanted us badly. Well, here we are, so let's get it on.
All right, Ahmad, and over the last 4 years, the Chicago Bulls 12-28 against the Detroit Pistons, including the playoffs. Detroit has knocked out the Bulls each of the last 3 seasons, the last 2 in the conference finals. They did it in 6 in 1989. They did it in 7 a year ago. The official, Jake O'Donnell, Jess Kersey, and Jack Neese. Game 1 of the best of 7 as James Edwards gets set to go on the opening tip against Bill Cartwright. The Chicago Bulls in control.
Fire back in to make the Bulls pay the price offensively.
Paxson switched off and was able to steal, leading to this. For Lambeer. Jordan played by Dumars. Jordan with the spin. And Rodman on the rebound. Jordan stealing. And Edwards able to recover.
Keep in mind, this Bull team likes to hang around rebounds at the defensive end for steals and turnovers, and Jordan's the best at it.
Sally. Good play by Pippen on a double-up. And Jordan was able to deflect it away.
The difference between the Bulls double teams and a lot of other teams is the aggressiveness. They're strong, tight, aggressive.
Yes, and it counts. The foul committed by John Sally, and a lot of conversation taking place on the court.
This is the most I've ever seen Michael Jordan talk to the opposition during the course of the game. I think Ahmad mentioned it before the game. He's never seen him as focused as he is for this one. He wants to take that next step along with this franchise.
The Bulls 18 and the Pistons 8. Oh, Thomas had a save and another steal by Jordan, putting the move on Dumars. Detroit will talk it over. Well, it was anticipated that this would be a physical series, and Michael Jordan told us prior to the game that he's wary of Detroit's tactics.
What they portrayed 2 years ago and been very successful doing that is a little dirty plays and the roughness that they try to intimidate teams. And they've been very successful with it, and now other teams are trying to do that to see if they can get success from it. So I think it has dirtied the game of basketball, but still basketball's got to be played. And I'm not going to complain about it. I still got to go out and play, but I got to at least have an eye opening for different types of dirty play that I may face.
Of course, the Pistons have a different point of view concerning what Michael Jordan just turned it over, referred to as dirty play.
That's their style. They're a physical team. They get after you defensively, and they kind of enjoy the fact that they have people talking and thinking about it a lot. As long as he has the hot hand, see if they can get it back to Aguirre.
Vinnie Johnson, who just checked in, had that shot deflected.
If Vinnie would have had a little more patience, he had the switch. Paxson was on Aguirre. He just got it up a little too soon.
Pretty look. Michael Jordan to Bill Cartwright. Had the shot, but Laimbeer able to recover. Here's Jordan. Yes. Michael Jordan is 4 out of 8 in this first half. Game 2 will take place here in Chicago on Tuesday. Jordan sweeping through. Cartwright on the rebound. And Rodman and Jordan going at each other. Foul on Rodman. His third. This has been brewing throughout the first half. Michael Jordan just gave Rodman a little tap, as if to say, let's forget about it. All right, Jordan on the drive just a moment ago, and this is what took place. They continued talking as they headed back down court. And then Jordan and Rodman got physical with each other. Michael in the face of Dennis, the official Jack Neese, able to keep them away. A good play by Armstrong, skirting the sideline. Here's Jordan. It will count. A goaltend has been called. So Jordan gets credit for his first field goal of the second half.
Jack.
21 points for Vinnie Johnson. Dumars guarding Jordan. Laimbeer stepping out. Jordan is clobbered. Isaiah Thomas looking for the jump ball, but is called for the foul.
And Isaiah did not try to take him down intentionally. He reached behind and was trying to get the ball from behind his head to tie him up.
Chicago Bulls over the Detroit Pistons in Game 1 by the score of 94-83.
Michael Jordan, he has been named the Edge MVP of the NBA, and he is receiving that award tonight. Here's Chicago Stadium Public Address announcer Ray Clay with the presentation.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please direct your attention to center court, where NBA Commissioner David Stern will present the 1991 Edge NBA Most Valuable Player of the Year Award.
I know that millions of basketball fans around the world, not to mention 18,000 here and a few million in Chicago, join me in congratulating you on a great season and your second MVP award. I'd like to ask Chuck Goldthwait Vice President of S.C. Johnson Company, to help me make the presentation.
Chicago Bulls fans everywhere know this year's Most Valuable Player Award has an heir apparent. This heir led the scoring in the NBA for the 5th consecutive time and led your very own Chicago Bulls to the best record they've ever had in their franchise history. On behalf of S.C. Johnson Wax, makers of Edge Shave Gel, America's #1 shaving preparation, it's my pleasure to present the 1991 Edge Most Valuable Player Award to Michael Jordan.
Congratulations, Michael, and thank you, Commissioner Stern, Chuck Goldwaite, and Ed Shave Gel.
We saw the officials this evening, and those men will have their hands full tonight. We are underway from Chicago Stadium. Dumars on Jordan. That's a clear out. Nice.
Even though you can get Michael and you stop him, once he elevates, he has incredible vision and will always deliver the pass to someone who has a better shot than him. That was Detroit's first offensive rebound.
Jordan for 2. Give him a 10. 14 already for Dumars. Not bad considering he had 9 in game 1. Jordan for 2.
This is like the shootout at OK Corral. They're bringing Aguirre on the baseline.
Tries to spin on Grant. No place to go. Jordan slapping the ball away. It's showtime. Get the cameras rolling.
With Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan, you have 2 of the top 5 steal men in this league.
There's about a 1-second difference as Aguirre has 8 points this period between the game and the shot clock. Jackson will take his time.
They're bringing Cartwright to the ball. Now Michael's on a one-on-one.
Jordan from outside, and he's got it.
Big thing here, you have 5 seconds, Detroit.
Rodman, an off-balance shot won't go, and that is the way the half will end. The shot will not count. Detroit has T-shirts that say, "We're doing it the hard way." And they are again this evening. The Bulls lead at intermission, 49-41. Dumars punching away at the ball on Jordan. Jordan pulls the trigger.
Penalty. Now this is a real battle here right now. Dumars allowed to put his hands on him. Call that hand checking. Great move by Michael. Nice little push off and the basket. They're going to allow this one to go. A lot of hand checking, a lot of pushing off at the forearm.
Well, Phil Jackson was concerned prior to game 1. He says that Detroit gets away with a lot of hard hand checking. Jordan stops back, gets the 3.
Oh, yes.
And he points at Dennis Rodman.
Yeah, and he wanted a foul. He said he got hit on the forearm. He wanted a 4-point play. There's been very little trapping of Michael up until this time.
They wanted to make Michael work defensively. Jordan, the pull-up, elevates way above Joe Dumars. Points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, a couple of steals and a block. Jordan.
Once again, Michael has surprised Joe by elevating quickly. Not allow him to get it back.
The Bulls have lost the last 3 years in the Eastern Conference Finals to Detroit. Jordan for 3. Count it! Bulls' biggest lead of the game. It is 17 points.
And 20. You just can't get it done on the road that way.
Michael Jordan, who Chuck Daly says has been just totally clobbering the Jordan rules. He's beating it every game. Livingston steals it away.
Great play by Cliff.
Jordan. Will he spot up for the 3 inside to Livingston? He completes it.
That's the way to reward a guy when he did a great defensive job. Michael could have held that ball, but he delivered it right on the money.
All over the floor. Johnson has hit 8 of his last 9 shots, and it's the last 10 Piston points, making 8 of 10. Livingston, Jordan. Hello! Oh, it almost went down.
Michael, listen, almost had it. I mean, that's right. That ball, he threw that one up almost from behind his back.
I really think he believed he should have made it.
Now, it's a beautiful pass. As he gets fouled, he brings it behind, and he just flips it up on the glass. Almost got the curl.
I love it. He is now 8 of 9 from the line. And even 30 points for Michael Jordan. That is his playoff average. Trying to become the first person since back in 1971 to win the scoring title and an NBA championship. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with the Milwaukee Bucks, the last to accomplish the feat.
And before that, George Mikan going way back, and Joe Fultz going way back. You're still at 7, and he's going to the line shooting 2.
Joe Dumars is fouled out with 24 points, 5 assists. Michael Jordan, 10 of 11 from the line. He has 32 points, and Chuck Daly now will find himself down 2 games to none, and only 7 teams have been able to come back from that deficit.
Were we concerned about him at halftime with only 8 and no foul shot attempts and no rebounds? I do believe me.
Yeah,
I made a statement.
I did too. I did too. We've got a timeout, and Jordan is now talking trash with Aguirre, but Michael has something to say. They lead it by 9. How about the MVP award as Michael Jordan picked up the hardware tonight? The most is Kareem. Michael Jordan has 2 with Magic Bird and Malone. 3 MVP honors, and tonight it has been Michael Jordan, 33 points, 7 assists. Chicago, as the Bulls have taken a 2-0 lead in the best-of-7 Eastern Conference Final Series over the Pistons. The final, once again, Chicago 105, Detroit 97. We'll be back.
This the setting about 2 hours ago as Michael Jordan and his Bulls, who have stormed through the playoffs, made their way into the Palace of Auburn Hills. For the Pistons, the scene has shifted back home, and Isaiah Thomas and the Pistons say they will be ready to play today, in contrast to what took place in Chicago. In 44 years of playoffs, only 4 teams have successfully rebounded from a 0-2 deficit in a 7-game series. The last time it was accomplished, the Portland Trailblazers, led by Bill Walton, did it at the expense of the Philadelphia 76ers to win the NBA championship. Bulls able to break it up. Jordan, yes. Michael Jordan still bothered by the tendonitis in his left knee.
Ball fake and took it to the basket. Dribble penetration, which forces their defense to rotate inside.
Oh, what a fake by Jordan through the double pump. The first 2 games, the Bulls have shot 42 more free throws than the Pistons. Jordan going glass. He's hit 3 out of 4. When people think of the Chicago Bulls, they think of the offensive onslaught led by Michael Jordan. But statistically, the Bulls are now the top defensive team in the playoffs in 10 years. They have held opponents to 90 points per game.
It's an incredible statistic because during the regular season, they were #1 in the NBA in point differential, meaning difference between what they gave up defensively and what they scored, just over 9 points a game. They're much higher than that in the playoffs.
Final seconds of the half. Jordan, yes. And the Bulls with a strong finish, lead by 8. Here's Henderson, and he fires it.
Very purposeful. They understood what the job was going to be, what the task was, and they've gone about doing it. And right now, Jordan knocking out the jump shot puts him up 60-49. You know, we could be in trouble here, finally, after such a great run.
Jordan got a piece of that last shot attempt, and Jordan does the rest, but an offensive foul is called. Pippen was trying to clear out for Jordan, and so in making the move. He erased the Showtime stuff by Michael.
And Pippen said, wait a minute, I was trying to avoid him, but he grabbed the front of my jersey and kept pulling me into him. That's why it looked like I ran him over. The fast break starts, Pippen will lead it, and as he drops it off, watch Vinny hustle in front, and who's holding who? I'd say the official made a pretty good call.
Grant able to shake loose. Also had some knee problems. Bulls lead by 14. Aguirre with the step, lost it. It will be Detroit ball.
And once again, it's Michael Jordan flying from behind one of the offensive players after he's beaten his man initially. As Aguirre takes it, watch Jordan come from behind and get the piece. So many layups this year he's saved for the Chicago team. The main handler, they can change up at any time during the game. That's what causes your problems defensively.
Here's Jordan. Oh, what a shot. Forced into the fadeaway with the shot clock down to 2. And some more conversation from Michael Jordan.
Yeah, to the front row people who were saying, no way. He said, no, that's it.
Welcome back to the Palace here in Auburn Hills. Now, last week, Michael Jordan was presented with the Edge MVP award, his second such award, a very emotional moment and a very proud moment for Michael Jordan. And I imagine a very proud moment for his father, Mr. James Jordan.
How you doing?
All right. A very good moment for your son receiving that award.
Beg your pardon?
A very nice moment for your son receiving that award. It must have been a proud moment for you.
It was something that he'd worked hard for all the year, and, you know, just to see him get it, I thought it was real gratifying.
Now, as we watch the Chicago Bulls team, it looks like they've grown up physically. They have not stepped backwards against this challenge by the Detroit Pistons in terms of their aggression.
Well, you know, from where I sit, I think the difference in the team this year and last year is Chicago came here last year and every other year hoping that they belong. This year they come here to prove that they belong.
All right, well, we will watch them continue to prove that. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you very much.
All right, back to you, Marv.
Boston lost the first 2 games in Boston, lost the series to the Celtics in 7. Nice look as Jordan was able to find Grant. Grant has 13, and the Bulls lead it by 10.
Pick and roll, that's what the guards need to do for Detroit. Keep the dribble alive after the switch and then take them off the dribble to the basket.
Michael Jordan getting terrific position. 21 for Jordan. Here is Jordan. Well, Dumars has been forcing him to the jump shot, but now Michael Jordan is hitting. Nice try there, David, one I know that you selected.
But it was outstanding myself.
And Jordan does it again. He has 25, the Bulls 90, and the Pistons 79.
And the ball goes right back into Michael Jordan's hands, the guy that can make it happen by scoring or finding open teammates.
Oh, what a recovery by Jordan. The ball was jarred loose, and he was able to get it back. Dumars went behind the bag. Dumars, what a spectacular shot by Joe Dumars. New York Islanders coming behind to knock off the Pittsburgh Penguins. Well, Detroit is down 2-zip, and Michael Jordan has extended the Chicago Bull lead to 103-96. Jordan has 29, as the Bulls hope to come out of today's encounter with a 3-0 lead.
And Michael Jordan also hurt his knee once again after that last shot. Came down the wrong way, struggling, running back down the floor.
Aguirre. The tip by Lane Beer. So the Bulls lead 103-98, 2 minutes remaining. In the fourth quarter, the timeout situation, Chicago has 3, Detroit with 3 and a 20. Pippen lost the dribble. Aguirre for Johnson. Jordan back. Dumars. Jordan stays with him. And Jordan comes up with it.
Think about that. 2-on-1 by himself. Michael Jordan with the bad knee gets back there to break it up.
Here's Pippen. The crowd was looking for a travel on Jordan. Pippen. Yes, big bucket for Scottie Pippen.
Looks like a sure layup initially. It's going to cut it to a 3-point game. Johnson dishes it off, but now Jordan stops the ball, comes back. Right there is where the Pistons felt the foul took place against Dumars.
So the Chicago Bulls go 3-0 in the best of 7 on the defending world champions. Thomas allowed inside 113-107. 29 for Thomas to lead the Pistons, and that is it. The Chicago Bulls over the Detroit Pistons 113-107 with Game 4 here on Monday afternoon.
I spent considerable time in the Bulls locker room, very business-like attitude. I talked to Michael Jordan. He said, our goal at the beginning of the season was to win the NBA championship, but we had a couple of points we wanted to make on the way. One was to let Detroit know that they've got to get through us, and that rough, aggressive style of play will have no effect on us. Michael said, if we are able to beat Detroit today, we will have made that point with an exclamation mark. And by the way, Marv, Michael was in such a fiery mood. He said he will be all over that court today.
The Detroit Pistons controlling the tip. And here comes Jordan. Michael Jordan going glass, and the Bulls take a 10-8 lead. Bulls knock off the Pistons. Today, Michael Jordan claims that the whole league will rejoice over the demise of the so-called bad boys. Strong words from Michael, saying people want to push this kind of basketball out, talking to the roughhouse style. I don't feel we're overconfident, but says we want to kill this ball club.
He not only wants to win the game, he wants to put the Piston style of basketball in the background, and let's go with a more open, fluid game and not so much physical attacking as the Pistons have done the past 2 years.
What's your feeling about their style of play?
Well, it's fine for them. I don't think it's fine for the league. I never have. I thought it needs to be open. Let's give the Pistons credit. They deserve the championships.
Long-range pop by Jordan, who is at 2 out of 3 this time. Benny Johnson also in the lineup. The Bulls lead by 6 as we get started in the second quarter. Jordan from deep. Michael Jordan has connected on 3 out of 5. That from downtown.
In the story of the series.
Livingston. Oh, he hits the jump hook.
Well, I think Wesley Unseld said it well a couple years ago. He said, now that the no fighting rules in effect in the NBA, it takes the bully and makes him even a bigger bully, because you can't protect yourself. In past times, guys could, initiate a fight, and the fight in itself at least created the activity. Now, if you initiate the fight, you're not only thrown out, but you're heavily fined and might be suspended. In those days, you had to stand up for your rights, and you could, without getting in trouble, from the league, from the officiating, from whatever else. But now it just makes the teams that can bowl, it can be more muscular, even be more so, because now they can threaten you into a situation. What are you going to do about it?
Pippen. And Grant got it back for Jordan. Michael Jordan with his 4th field goal. Edwards going straight to the hoop. It's a 2-on-1. Pippen. And the Bulls lead 54-46. Scottie Pippen, high man with 14 points. Shot clock is at 5. And a very friendly rim from Michael Jordan. But McGuire again, he's attempted only 3 shots, and that was early. Here's Jordan in the race with Thomas. The Bulls now by 14. Michael Jordan tripped up. Foul committed by Edwards.
He's just so tough to cover. Look at Edwards falling down. All he can do really is tackle the guy. He is just too quick for him, and it really creates havoc with the Piston defense. He is splitting every trap, every help situation.
Nice fake by Jordan. Goes to the scoop. 18 for Jordan. The Bulls 74 and the Pistons 61. Aguirre from downtown. Good play by Pippen to get in his face. Here's Dumars with a wild shot, and Jordan rebounds. He has Pippen. The Bulls have pulled away to a 15-point lead. Difficult regular season because of all the injuries suffered. Michael Jordan now with 21.
I got a little spoiled in college. I came in my first year and we actually won a national championship, and ever since then, I had to find out what it really feels like to get to be a champion again. So I guess it would certainly cap off a good career for me if I could win a championship, to see the different stages of actually proceeding to win.
Jordan and Armstrong in the backcourt, ran up front with Williams and Pippen. Jordan changed his mind and was able to find Grant.
Well, it's been that way all day long, Marv. Jordan is just looking. He'll score if he has to, but he would rather feed the ball off.
And Pippen able to feed it off to Jordan.
Turnabout is fair play, and their defense right now is doing it.
And you have to also go back to the acquisition of Bill Cartwright, who's come up very strong in the playoffs. Here's Jordan. And again, got the hop. A nice job, in particular with the situation these days in the NBA where you can win it. It counts, yes, and the foul. You don't have to have the super center.
You know, if you had to have the super center, there wouldn't be many champions.
Timeout has been taken. 3 minutes gone by. In the fourth, the Bulls lead by 20.
That Chuck says, you know, I don't think I can do anything else in Detroit. I need to do something else. And Chuck is now clearing the bench. And all we have to do is listen to the crowd.
Very emotional scene as Isaiah Thomas and Joe Dumars were taken out of the game. Bill Laimbeer ran off the bench to hug both of his teammates. The Pistons with the indication that it is all over. A great run has come to a close. With 4:38 remaining in this fourth quarter. Now Isaiah runs out to center court to hug Mark Aguirre. Very emotional scene for the Detroit Pistons. What a job by Phil Jackson and his staff. Phil in his second year as head coach of the Bulls.
Just an outstanding job by Phil. You know, he knew he had a good ball club going in, but to put him on this level is something else. And, you know, Phil, he sits over there like Mr. Cool. He doesn't get too upset right now. His head's down and everything. I'm not certain he knows he wins. I see he shakes hands right there with one of his coaches, and I'm sure he feels good today. You do know he played on the outstanding Knick teams, so he knows what it's like to be in a championship.
He was an assistant under Doug Collins for 2 years. Phil credited with much of the Bulls' defensive improvement. Had a 13-year career in the NBA, 11 with the New York Knicks, including the 72-73 championship season. He was with the club 69-70, but did not play in the championship, sidelined by injury. And I'd have to say he was not a likely choice for one who would go on to the coaching ranks.
Well, I don't know about that, but he really is an outstanding coach. He did a nice job in the CBA and has just done an outstanding job here with the Bull organization.
I say that because his interests were elsewhere. Did not appear to be interested in coaching. And
I think, Michael, that Magic Johnson really got him fired up about it and really did the job. Well, I think the crowd is cheering here for the Bulls right now, and the Pistons as they leave the court.
Yeah, I don't think they're cheering for the Bulls, but I think the greeting is for the Pistons as they are headed off as time runs down. Pistons wasting no time in getting out of here. Now a timeout was called. They left the bench, although there's 7 and 9/10 seconds remaining. The Pistons just left. That's a three-pointer. With 4 and 9/10 seconds remaining. Isaiah Thomas, general manager Jack McCloskey, with another emotional hug. That's been the story here in the fourth quarter. The Detroit Pistons heading back to the locker room. Their season has concluded, while the Chicago Bulls advance to the NBA championship round. They will go against the winner between the Lakers and the Trailblazers. Let's go to Ahmad.
All right, Michael, for the last 3 years, it has been Detroit that has gone on. Let me be the first to hand you this. And also, it had to be a bit of sweet revenge winning here.
Well, you know, I think you have to give the credit to Scottie Pippen, Horace Grant, my supporting cast. These guys played extremely well. I think for the city of Chicago and for the organization, this is a big step for us. And, you know, we can only go and move up. You know, right now we're looking forward to the finals and trying to do our best.
Now, you mentioned before the game that you wanted to stamp out Detroit and stop that kind of play. What was that about?
Well, we just wanted to play clean basketball, even though they were going to try to, you know, maybe dirty it up. But we were going to keep our composure and play the game of basketball like we know how to play. And I think we held our heads. We really didn't let them get us out of our game, and we kept our poise and did what we had to do.
All right, I know it's quick, but who do you prefer in the Western Conference, Portland or L.A.?
Well, when you look at L.A., you know, we have the home court advantage if we face them, as well as, you know, if we play against Portland, you have to go out to Portland. Either way, we made it here. It was a goal that we set at the beginning of the season, and, you know, right now I think everybody's preferring L.A. because of the home court advantage.
All right, congratulations and good luck in the finals.
Thanks, Dave.
This is it. This is what I've been waiting for. I think everybody in America has been waiting for. Michael against Magic. It's a big highlight. This is my first time to the finals, and I'm looking for an exciting final. Hopefully we can win, but it's going to be challenging.
And now, the starting lineup for your Chicago Bulls. At forward, from Clemson, 6'10", Horace Grant. A 6'7" forward from Central Arkansas, Scottie Pippen. The man in the middle from San Francisco, 7'1", Bill Cartwright. A 6'2" guard from Notre Dame, John Paxson. From North Carolina, at guard, 6'6", Michael Jordan. The head coach of the Bulls is Phil Jackson.
The Bulls looking to run. Jordan from deep. Yes. Here's Jordan. And with Pippen and Cartwright up front, Paxson and Jordan at the guard. It is Byron Scott opening against Michael Jordan. Jordan able to blow right by. Matches up against Michael Jordan, which is understandable that Jordan has just disheartened him on so many occasions. Jordan battling for the rebound. And fires again. Lakers by 4. Saved by Cartwright. Oh, what a pass from Jordan. Jordan stepping off the pick and changed his mind. Here's Paxson. Yes. Ham by 3. Pippen for Jordan. Three on 2. Pippen. As we come up on 1 minute left in this opening quarter. Jordan off the fake. And he is on fire.
Roaring at the buzzer.
Game tied at 26. Jordan. 5 seconds to go in the quarter. What a pass from Jordan. 1 and 5/10 seconds to go. They are standing and cheering the Bulls.
The miss.
Crowd wanted to travel, but Armstrong picked it off. It's a 2-on-1. Here's Jordan. Points for Michael Jordan. Here's Jordan. Yes. In Los Angeles next Friday, game 4 in LA next Sunday night. Michael Jordan. Wait a moment. Well, what did you tell Magic?
I'm not allowed to tell you, it's a secret.
And back come the Bulls. Jordan with the pull-up. Yes! 5 fouls. Bill Cartwright has returned. Here's Jordan. Yes. The game is tied at 80 with 6 minutes and 40 seconds to go. And this Scottie Pippen. Lakers with a 4-point lead. Jordan changed his mind and found Grant. He was able to hang and extend in midair. Jordan, yes, and it counts. 5 on the 24. Jordan. And Perkins rebounds. Lakers spending their final timeout. Bulls by 2. You see the clock running down. And Perkins goes for 3. He's got it. He went for the shot from downtown to take the lead. Jordan is down in the paint being guarded by Worthy. Pippen must get it in. He does. And here is Jordan. 3 seconds remaining, and let's see what the call is. Jordan rimming the basket, the foul against Chicago. It's on Paxson. The Los Angeles Lakers steal game 1 from the Chicago Bulls. They have defeated the Bulls 93-91 despite the exploits of Michael Jordan.
Vlade Divac, an excellent catch that time of a pass that actually was a little bit too long.
What a pass from Jordan.
Up some early fouls.
Jordan backing Scott. Yes. He hits on his first field goal. Cartwright from Jordan. Pippen had the mismatch. Found Jordan open. Here's Michael. And that is only his second field goal.
And he picked up that second foul. They moved him over to the point guard spot. Not as many shot attempts there.
Worthy posting. There's Jordan over Scott. Michael Jordan, a quiet first half by design, looking to get others involved. Now Michael looking to break out. And he has. He's hit 4 of 6. The Bulls have a 2-point lead. Jordan. Well, Byron Scott did a nice job in preventing that hard dribble move. Was it of value?
How much do you need to save one basket and win a game?
Again, a nice lead from Jordan from Chicago Stadium. Michael Jordan, yes. He has 12 more field goal attempts, 6 of 8 here in the third. Jordan with the step and the bucket. And left in the third. Jordan off the double fake. Paxson, yes. This represents their biggest lead of the night. Jordan over Scott. Yes. Michael Jordan. Livingston is back. So Livingston, Williams, and Pippen up front. Jordan and Paxson in the backcourt. Here's Jordan. Yes. And it counts. When Jordan scored the 46, that was the one loss in the series to the Sixers. Jordan again. Jordan, yes. Make it 12 for 14.
They tried to take Michael out of it and force some turnovers, some hurried shots, try and get some easy scores themselves.
And here's Jordan going for 12. He's got it. 12 straight field goals from Michael Jordan. The Lakers only 1 for 10 from the floor. In the fourth, Pippen on the alley-oop. Yes. Continues to fire away. He's now 1 for 9. The look away to Livingston. Jordan. Oh, a spectacular move by Michael Jordan. That's 13 consecutive field goals.
Looks like Michael Jordan's trying to find a way to miss his shot. Instead of taking the easy one, he tries to make it hard and still comes up. Is out. Something bad about to happen to the Lakers. It's Michael Jordan taking off for the deuce. It almost looked as if he remembered the slam dunk competition from a few years ago and starts out with the flying one-hander and says, no, I used that one already to win the slam dunk. Let me change up and entertain a little bit right now. Woo! He liked it himself. Some misses, some fast break opportunities for Los Angeles.
Jordan, yes. Well, he had the audacity to miss one shot, and he comes right back. The Chicago Bulls have tied the series at 1-1. They have defeated the Los Angeles Lakers by the score of 107-86.
Tremendous effort on your part, but a great team effort tonight.
Well, I always thought that my teammates were very nervous in the first game, and I felt that they were going to come back and be relaxed. And you saw it tonight. They were very relaxed. They took their shots. They did all the necessary things to make us a more effective team.
One of the things that you said you wanted to show the Lakers was the fact that you guys could beat them. You did that this evening.
Yeah, I think it was very important for us to get this game going to L.A. for 3 games. We had to show them that we can play a lot better than what we played in Game 1. Everybody really contributed, and we were able to win the game.
All right, congratulations to you. Good luck to you in Game 3.
Thanks.
Aaron Grant had an excellent game on Wednesday, as did Bill Cartwright. Magic guarding Jordan, who's able to convert on his first field goal attempt.
Get there to form a trap, a double team, can't give him a clear look at the basket.
And Jordan hits from long range. Jordan from downtown. Michael Jordan with a three-pointer.
And the second man, Perkins, flashes right in behind him.
Here's Jordan, yes. Well, Michael Jordan getting off fast in this first quarter. Clock down at 5. 3. Jordan, yes. Michael Jordan with a fadeaway. The shot clock was down at 2.
Steal right there by Chicago. Jordan twice in a row dishing to Livingston for scores.
And Michael Jordan converts. He has 13.
Because after the double team tried to half rotate. They pretended they were going to rotate to Pippen, then went back to their own men. Pippen knocked it out.
What a save by Pippen. Jordan on the rebound. It is so rare to see Jordan on the drive, not A, score, or B, get fouled. So he got the rebound. And a timeout called. It's a 20-second timeout taken. Jordan regrouping, and then fires. Yes. And that is his first field goal in quite a spell. He now
want to go for your best possible shot, get it in Jordan's hand, give him a screen, or let him go one-on-one and create.
And he does go one-on-one. Again, not able to hit. Divac rebound. Lakers have the 2 timeouts, but they're moving down. They are trailing by 1. 20 seconds to go. 14 on the shot clock. Going for the game winner. Divac fumbled it, recovered, and hit! Yes! And it counts!
Right now, the Bulls electing to take the ball in the backcourt rather than advance it to half court, feeling they have a better chance of getting it into Jordan's hands there than they would if they tried to take it at the half-court line.
And the Bulls do not have any timeouts remaining. Craig Hodges, the three-point specialist, has checked in. Here's Jordan on the pull-up. Yes! And the game is tied at 92 with 3 and 4/10 seconds remaining. Of 7. NBA Championship Series. Here's Jordan. Yes! Michael Jordan hitting on the driving reverse. Down to 2 minutes left in overtime. The spin by Jordan and hits on the reverse. Michael saving it for overtime. 2 key buckets. And time running out on the Lakers. Final seconds of the overtime. Drew. Chicago Bulls have returned the favor, beating the Lakers at the Forum, and they take a 2-1 lead in the best of 7. Foul on Worthy. Jordan off the head fake. Yes. Michael Jordan with his first field goal attempt. Jordan. Yes, it counts, but he came up hobbling. Again, here comes A.C. Green checking back in. And that shot by Teagle went short. Jordan at the other end, able to hit. Last of 7. Shot clock running down on the Bulls. Jordan gets it off. And Michael Jordan. Jordan around Devons.
Tremendous ball movement by Chicago. Really see the difference in quickness that time. Jordan again off the dribble to the basket and fouled. Scottie Pippen jumped twice last time before Sam Perkins got up
0 for 9 drought by the Lakers. Turning things to that lead early in the second quarter. Michael Jordan fires. Yes! And the horn. That was talk of a contest between the two as Jordan is able to drill it home for a 66-52 lead. Paxson from deep. John Paxson. The Bulls with a 12-point lead. Jordan to the fadeaway. Oh, he hit the back of the rim.
Story throughout the series for the Lakers. They just can't come up with the ball when they need it most.
Jordan. He beat Teagle off the dribble and then was able to spin Devons. Jordan from deep. 25 for Michael Jordan. 71. Teagle. And Teagle now 1 for 6, and it leads to this. Away with a resounding victory. In command virtually all the way. And they defeat the Los Angeles Lakers by the score of 97-82. Pass. And here comes Jordan. Michael Jordan with a gorgeous move with Magic Johnson back. The Bulls have a 3-on-2. Nice look away from Jordan to set up Grant, and the Lakers lead 13-11.
That came down in the backcourt.
Coming up on 2 minutes remaining in this first quarter. Jordan off the steal. Michael Jordan with his second field goal.
Challenging the shot.
And back come the Bulls. Lakers lead at 23-21. Here's Jordan. A gorgeous move again by Michael Jordan going at Bloody Devons. The Lakers back to Devons, bringing it up, and he lost it. Jordan off the steal. Jordan in the backcourt. Caught right. Grant Pippen up front. Here's Jordan. Michael is now 5 for 8. He has 10. Jordan to the reverse. So Michael able to answer. And Magic looking to push it down court. Here's Green, stripped by Jordan. Pippen with Perkins back.
They change ends so quickly. They go from the defense to the offense and make you pay the price.
Jordan, yes. 18 for Jordan. The field, and the game is tied at 76.
And there's that weak side attack as Jordan takes the lob off the back pick play and slams it down.
Pippen played by Green. 20 seconds to go in the quarter. Here's Jordan. Oh, what a move by Michael Jordan. Fellow of Rashad, Steve Jones. Michael Jordan, yes. He has 25 at 88. 7:40 remaining in the fourth. Now Campbell on Jordan. Went to the fadeaway. What a move by Michael Jordan.
Can't ask for a much better look. 16-footer in the foul line area, wide open, no one playing him.
Paxson open again. John Paxson continues to provide the crushing shots. Jordan with the crossover and the bucket.
He goes wherever he wants to on the basketball floor. That's
the Bulls looking for their first ever NBA championship. The Lakers desperately trying to bring it back to Chicago for a Game 6. Paxson, yes! John Paxson again! And the Chicago Bulls have won their first ever NBA championship. The Bulls greeted by a portion of this foreign crowd as they try to get back to their locker room. For the Lakers, a different story. The Chicago Bulls' domination of this series has to be considered a major surprise. Mike, there was no reason to believe that the Lakers would fall apart so dramatically.
I think it was a combination of things. I'm not quite sure that everyone gave the Bulls the credit they deserved throughout the season. I think everyone felt the balance of power was in the West this year, that Portland, in fact, was the best team, and when the Lakers got by them, that the Lakers then were just going to put the Bulls away. But the Bulls team was a deceiving team. They did it with a very intricate offense in the half-court area, the ability to score in transition, and then the great team defense.
And Michael Jordan has answered a couple of questions. There have been doubters over the years whether a team led by Jordan could win a championship, and it is so rare for a team that has a scoring champion to go the distance.
Anyone who ever questioned whether Michael Jordan was willing to give up and sacrifice for a championship was completely wrong. It was a case that Jordan is such a great winner, such a great competitor, and wanted so badly. In the early stages, he took maybe too much upon himself, but only trying to win because he knew the supporting cast had not developed yet. But once they stepped up their level of play, the Pippen moving to a new level, Cartwright doing the job in the middle, Paxson knocking out the open shots, and then Grant blossoming into the player he did, then Jordan was willing to spread the wealth around.
Guys, excuse me. Let me get through here. Michael Jordan is the unanimous MVP. He got all 11 votes. Here we are with Michael, surrounded by his mom and his dad and wife. Under the hat, that wasn't fair, but I'm covered with champagne. I can hardly see. Michael, what does it mean to you?
It means so much. I mean, not just for me, but for the team and for the whole city. It's been a 7-year struggle. I mean, when I first got into Chicago, we started at the bottom, and every year we just worked harder and harder until we got to it. And, you know, it's so gratifying. You know, I'm appreciated so long in my life, you know, for my family, for my kids, everything. It's the most proud day I've ever had.
We read that when they broached the subject of the I'm going to Disney World commercial to you, you said only if all my teammates are involved.
Yeah, I wanted that to happen, you know, for them. You know, they deserve it. Whatever I get, whatever financial situation I get from that, I'm gonna spread it amongst the team. I didn't want it. I want the team to have it. I want everybody to prosper from this whole event. You know, it took a team to get to this point.
Is there a sense of completeness and fulfillment for you now that might not have been there for all your other achievements before?
Well, I wanted to get here. If I never got here, I would never have been disappointed about my career. But you know, it caps it off. You know, it means a lot to me. It means a lot to the city. I'm just happy that I was able to be a part of history in the city of Chicago.
Is there a feeling of a passing of the torch, Magic Johnson, to you? And did you have any words with him toward the end of the game?
Well, I know we expressed our love for each other and the love of competition. You know, he thanked me. He certainly was very glad for me. But passing the torch, I mean, the NBA has got so many players that represents them, and I'm just happy to be a part of it. And I think besides myself, David Robinson, Charles Barkley, all these other guys, is going to carry the label of the NBA from now on, and I'm just glad I'm a part of it.
Do you have a quick thought about your husband's feats of daring do here?
I'm just very proud of him, and I'm excited that they won the championship, and Chicago's very excited. He deserved everything.
What are you going to do next? How are you going to spend your off-season?
With my family, play a lot of golf, if she lets me. I'm just going to relax and enjoy this.